I did spend a long time feeling very overwhelmed by politics. You know, it took me a while to put words to it, but having children, of course, has led me to think about the world that I'm leaving to them. And the fact that policy, politics, what decision makers are deciding is going to affect me is very real and present every day in my life. You know, I've got 2 boys. These are things I never had to think about before. I was pleasantly insulated in my little world and on my tiny yoga mat. And now that's shattered.
What we learn on our mat really needs to carry over into the rest of our lives. How we show up civically and how we choose to engage civically is a very big part of that.
YogaVotes is Off the Mat's nonpartisan effort to get yogis mobilized to vote.
YogaVotes is also very much about how bringing some yogic principles into how we function politically could really have a profound effect.
We try to make choices in our personal life that we feel reflect values of awareness and consciousness, but often it stops there. Let's look at food policy. Why is organic food not available to everybody? What's going on in the food industry? Where do our seeds come from? Who's in control of our food supply? We're inviting yogis to ask these larger questions. There's 20 million people practicing yoga in America. We have voices in the yoga community that are really diverse and multifaceted. In general, the people who practice yoga are educated and they have access to resources. This is a powerful constituency. If we can mobilize them politically, I think that we can make some massive change.
It's hard to ignore the fact that our political system has become so divisive, and that what we learn through our yoga practice is this practice of inclusivity and compassion and consciousness. It's necessary to start bringing some of those values, whether they're learned in yoga or elsewhere, into how we operate politically.
The qualities that a yoga practice can bring to politics is accountability, self-responsibility, critical thinking, empathy, and listening. How can I sit in the face of somebody with very different political views and still be able to listen, still be able to see the humanity in that person so that we can have a dialogue? But right now it feels like the divided political system is just people pointing fingers, not looking and not listening. For me to be able to look at somebody and see that they're a person just like me doing the best that they can do is the only place that dialogue can begin.
We see now in the current yoga climate that people are showing up very fiercely, and that's what this campaign is about. They're taking yogic principles and applying it into places that you would never think about. People are bringing yoga into the military, they're bringing yoga into schools, they're bringing it into the healthcare system. Now we're bringing it into politics.
The dream of YogaVotes is that people that have a mindful embodied practice are very well equipped to look at the world and have some clarity about what they see and what might be the best action to make the world a better place.